Hi, my name is Heather, and my boyfriend Josh and I are here to show you how to play our game Meadow Wars that we created. So Josh did all of the mechanics for the game, and I did all of the illustrations. So this is just going to be a short little tutorial to show you how to get started playing the game. When you first get your game, it's going to be in this box, and then you can just open it up. You'll find the instruction sheet that you can refer to if you have any questions or anything. And this just explains the game setup and all of the instructions to go through the game and how your turns are going to look, and then how you score. And when you first get the game, you're going to see a bunch of purple cards and a bunch of orange cards. The first thing that you'll need to do is take the turn reference sheets out of the game. And then you're going to give the orange player the orange turn reference sheet, and then the purple player will get the purple turn reference sheet. So once you have those taken out, then you can put all of your purple cards in one stack and your orange cards in the other stack. And you can have the other person help you to make it less work.
Give each player their deck of cards. And we're going to shuffle these cards, and we're going to shuffle these whiteboard food cards. These are going to be your victory points. In the game, we're going to be competing for food by placing animals at these food cards. Animals have several parts of them. They have their value. They may have a food bonus. Means their value will increase if it's at that type of food. This one in particular is looking for these acorns. They may have an ability. Some abilities you'll have to activate. Some abilities are just always going to be on. So whoever has gone the longest without eating gets the hungry card, or you can randomize it. So Heather will start with this hungry card. What this is going to do is it's going to determine player order. So while you have the hungry card, you will go second. During the game, if there is a tie, you will win that tie. Speaking of hungry. At the end of the game, if there is a tie on victory points and you are still hungry, you will lose though, because the point of this game is to get the food. This hungry card may pass between players at the end of the round, and we'll go over that when we get there. We're set to start a game. For this game, we're going to play through our entire decks and the entire victory point pile. After we've played through every one, we'll add up our points, which is going to be how many of these cards that we get and the value on them. So if you end up with this, you end up with 3 points. These food cards value between 1 or 2. Each food type has 1, 2. And these are going to be what we're fighting over. All right, to start the basic game, we're going to lay out 2 food cards. This is going to happen at the start of each round. Yeah, a lot of points out for there. Since Heather has the hungry card, she's going second, so I'm going to start this. I'm going to draw the top card of my deck, and I'm going to place this animal at one of these locations. I will put my snake here. Next, Heather draws and places an animal.
I'm going to put my fox here because he likes ladybugs.
All right, and we continue until each of us has one animal at each food location that's out. So my rabbit will have to go here.
My rabbit will have to go here, and it's rabbit against rabbit.
All right, that is the end of the placement phase. Next, we go to abilities. Starting with the first player, which is me. I can activate an ability on an animal, and we can turn it sideways to denote that we've done that. So I'm going to swap these 2 points cards. So then her fox is no longer getting his bonus. If an animal has a passive ability, it will say right there, you don't actually activate that. It's just always in effect.
So now it's my turn, and I'm going to pick an animal to do the ability. And I'm going to use my fox. He says, send one of your other animals to the bottom of your deck and replace. So I'm going to do him, and I'm going to send my bunny to the bottom of my deck.
Now, whenever a card says replace, you're just going to take the top card of whatever deck that card went back into, the card that you're replacing, and Just put it in the same spot. Now, while you're doing abilities, it may help for you to slide the food a little bit towards who's winning currently, so you can get a general sense of how this is going to go. So we're done with abilities because the only animals that are left have passives. Next, we go to scoring. We look at each food individually and we add up the total. For this nice little garbage food here that we're scavenging, Heather has 6 because the food bonus of her animal doesn't match this type of food, so we only look at her value, which is a 6, her base value. I have a 3. My snake can copy the food bonus of the animal opposing him. It's not going to do much good because we're not getting the food bonus anyway. So Heather wins this.
Because 6 is greater than 3.
Yep. And she's going to put this over into a victory point pile on the side of her board. Next, over here, the owl has a 5, no matching food bonus, and my rabbit has a 4. So Heather's going to win this as well. And then also, this owl has an ability: place opposing animal in your victory point pile if you win. This owl won, so she's going to fly off with my rabbit for an extra victory point. So at the end of round 1, Heather has 5 points to my 0. All the animals are going to go into their discard pile. We look at this hungry card, and it says if you win the most food cards in a turn, passes to the other players. And she won both. I am now the hungry one. And then we go to the next round. There'll be 10 total rounds for the base game. So let's go ahead and keep playing. First is the placement. We add new food cards. Heather is now first player, since I am the hungry one. So she starts us.
This is the aloof card. It has a nice passive ability. It can't be moved or swapped by opponent's abilities. So wherever I put her, she's going to stay. And it doesn't really matter which one I put it at this point because I don't have any food bonus for leaf or acorn. So I'm just going to put it here at the acorn, I guess.
And just like a normal cat, it's only really going to get anything if it's actually hungry. Otherwise, he's going to hang out and play. All right, my card. Well, this owl is going to go for the cat. All right, we continue placement.
Eek, it's a mouse.
Okay, and a turtle. All right, placement is all done. Next, we go to the abilities, starting with first player.
This card has a passive ability, so I can't do anything with it anyways, so I'm going to be doing my mouse's ability. Move one of opponent's animals in play to the bottom of their deck and replace. So I get to pick one of these to put in the bottom of the deck and replace. So I know that I'm losing this one because 5 is greater than 1 and I'm not hungry, so I'm not going to win. So I am going to take this owl and put him on the bottom of Josh's deck and replace.
So the owl goes and I just replace him with the top card on my deck. We have a big bear. The bear has no effect. He's just a big bear. He is a 10. So currently I'm winning this food, and over here we have a 1, 2, and I have a matching food bonus, so I have a 7, so I'm going to be winning this one. I'm winning both foods. I'm just going to pass.
And I'm out of actions to do.
So Heather's going to pass as well. When both players pass, the phase just ends. We go to scoring. I win a point from my bear. I win a point from my turtle. I'm going to lose the hungry card because I won a majority of the points, and we clean our animals up and go to the next round. All right, I start it because I'm no longer hungry. This squirrel will go here.
Okay, I have the opossum, and he can play dead, which means I can swap him from any card from my discard when the action phase comes into play. For now, I'm going to put him at the trash because he does like trash.
No, I have an eagle who really likes fish.
And I put my bat here.
All right, starting with abilities. I'm going to use my eagle first. I'm going to look at the top 2 cards of any deck and put them back in the same order. I'm going to look at the top 2 cards of our food deck so I can see what food's coming up. And they go back in the same order. All right, go ahead, Heather.
I'm going to use my opossum's ability, Play Dead. So I'm going to swap him with any card from my discard. So I'm going to look at my discard and see what I have that could beat the squirrel. Ooh, my fox is a value of 6, so he should be able to beat the squirrel. So I'm going to go ahead and swap with that. And then I'll put my opossum on the top of my discard and set it aside.
All right, I'm going to look at the top 2 cards of my deck. And since I got to look at the victory points that are coming up. All right, so these, I can look at the top 2 cards of my deck and put them back on top or bottom in any manner. And I know what kind of food's coming up next round. So I'll keep both of these on top. Okay, as we're standing here, she's winning that one. I'm winning this one. It's Heather's turn to do an action.
I think I'll just keep it as is, and I'm just going to pass and not do any abilities.
Okay. She passes. I have to pass. I've done all my abilities I can. Okay, so we go to scoring. I get this point. Heather will get this point, and we clean our animals up and go to a new round.
Oh wait, do I still get the hungry card?
No, the hungry card will stay with you because you didn't win a majority of the food. We split it evenly.
Okay.
Okay. I have a deer with a leaf.
I have a mockingbird. He can copy the ability of another animal in play that also likes bugs or leaves. I could actually put him either at the leaf or at the bug because he gets both of those. Since he has the 3 leaf bonus, then his total would be 5 here. And the deer, he gets his 2 leaf bonus, so his total is 7. So I'm losing against the deer if I put him here. So I think I will take my luck and put him over here. And then he'll have a total of 5 here with the 3 food bonus plus the 2. And hopefully Josh's card will be less than 5. And it's not.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. So I pulled a deer, just like Josh has here. And the cool thing is they're going to tie, but I'm hungry, so I win ties during the game. So I'll be winning this one.
All right. As we go into the ability phase, she's winning here, and I'm winning here. All right, this deer's going to run away. He's going to go on top of my deck and replace with the bottom card. Owl is not getting that food. All right, Heather's turn.
I can either copy the ability of another animal in play that has one of these bonuses. So I could copy the fox, which is to send one of my other animals to the bottom of my deck and replace. And my other animal would just be the deer, which I'm winning anyways. So I'm not going to do that. For the deer's ability, it says put on top of your deck and replace with your bottom card. Again, I don't want my deer to run away because he's winning. So I'm going to pass on my abilities.
Okay, I'm going to hopefully save my owl for points later. So I'm going to get my deer back by sending the owl to the bottom and replacing with the top card. Heather's turn.
I'm just going to leave my deer here.
And I will pass as well. Speaking of animals. Okay, so we go to scoring. I get the ladybug. She gets the leaf. We clean our animals up. Go to the next round.
And I stay hungry because I did not win more food cards this turn.
First player is me. All right, this blue jay is going to go... I'll put him here.
I got a turtle, and he doesn't match any of the foods for the food bonuses. His value is more than the blue jay, so I think I'll put him across from the blue jay. Oh, and I got the blue jay.
So my cat's not doing anything because I'm not hungry. My blue jay is losing. Currently, Heather's winning both points. I will pass.
I'm going to pass as well.
All right, let me clean up. She gets both points. In doing so, I become hungry.
Yay!
Next round.
So now I finally get to go first. I got the sloth, which is latch on, and he can attach to another animal. So I'm just going to put him here for now because I don't think either of these is better for him.
All right, a mockingbird. He has a leaf bonus, so we'll put him here.
I got Eagle Eye, where I can look at the top 2 cards of any deck, and I have to put him here because this is the empty spot.
Hey, a mouse. Currently, Heather is winning the leaf, I have a 6 because of my food bonus. So we are currently splitting. Heather gets first action.
Let's see. So I can attach him to my eagle if I want, so that they would get a combined value of 6 plus 8, which is 14. But since my eagle is already winning this one, I don't need to do that. So I'm not going to use his ability. My eagle says look at the top 2 cards of any deck and put them back in the same order. So I'm going to look at the top 2 cards of my deck so I can see what my next 2 animals are. And I'm not going to show Josh. Domino.
Okay, well, I could scare her eagle away, but then I would just have to deal with them at the end of the game. I think I'm happy just splitting points here because then I keep my hungry. So I will pass. We get this point. Heather gets this point, and we clean up. Oh, big points turn.
Yeah. Big bear. I'll just put him here, I guess.
I will put a hedgehog here.
Dumpster dive. I got my raccoon, and I'll put him right here.
And a possum.
And I get to go first.
Currently, Heather is winning both.
I'm just going to pass. I'm not going to do the dumpster dive.
My possum is playing dead. It was really a bear the whole time. Heather's turn for an action.
I'm going to use my dumpster dive because if Josh is winning the acorn, then I would rather have him win something else that maybe is not a 2 and maybe it's just a 1. So I'm going to take this point card and move it to the bottom of the deck and replace it. And now he's only winning 1.
I'm going to swap 2 of my animals in play. I'm hungry, so my bear is going to get the fish, but her raccoon is going to get the acorn. And we have no abilities left between us, so we go right into scoring. Heather's raccoon gets an acorn, my bear gets a happy fish. Next round. First player.
I have a squirrel, and I'm going to put him in front of the leaf because he has a leaf bonus.
This leaf bonus isn't that big. Wolf is going to try to get him.
Sneaky.
Currently, I'm winning both of these points.
And now I get to take an action if I want, and I'm just going to pass.
I will also pass. So this woodpecker is subtracting 1 from her values. So she has a 2 and a 5 because of the food bonus. I'm winning both. I will use my wolf to do some preparing here. He's going to dig a little bit. I look at the top card of each deck, and I can put it to the bottom of its deck. I'll look at my top card. I'll put that to the bottom. I'll look at Heather's top card. She can keep that. And I look at the top card of the points. Okay, go to cleanup. I get both points. Heather becomes hungry. And we only have 2 turns left. Alright, starting with me. Put my raccoon here. I'll put my raccoon here.
I got the woodpecker, and I'm going to put him here because he's going to subtract 1 from the raccoon's value, so they'll be tied, and then I'll win it because hungry wins ties.
A sloth.
I got a hedgehog.
Currently, I am winning this point, and then I have a 4 to her 4, so she's winning that point because the woodpecker is shrinking me. We're going to bury this leaf and see what we get. Still losing it, but I'm only losing 1 point now instead of 2.
I could swap these, and if I do that, his sloth would beat my woodpecker, and the raccoon would beat my hedgehog, so I'm not going to do that ability. So I'm just going to pass.
I'm going to use the sloth here so we can see it in action. The sloth attaches on like a sloth backpack here. Basically, I'm giving this point up completely to her, but I'm getting a lot of value over here. My guys are still shrunk, so I have a 5 and a 4. So I have 9 for this ladybug now.
Now, if I want to, I could do this, swap my animals, but it's not going to benefit me, so I'm just going to pass.
All right. We each get a point. Heather is keeping the hungry card going into the final round. All right. Well, our raccoons dug around and gave us these big points for our final turn. Okay. I have an owl.
I have a wolf. I'll put him here because he has more value than the owl.
All right. And my last card is a bat.
And I have the bunny. Ooh, and he has a leaf bonus.
All right. Currently, Heather is running both. I get first action. My bat is going to make her animals walk around in the dark, and we swap 2 of opponent's animals in play.
I can use my bunny to swap 2 point cards in play, so I'm going to do that so that I get my food bonus again.
These rabbits are digging around in the garden.
Now I'm winning this because I have 6 here.
And she avoids being eaten by an owl. I have nothing left I could do, so I will pass. We go to cleanup. Heather wins both points. I end with hungry, and we just add up our point total. Alright, I have 10 points.
I have 16.
Heather is our winner, and that's the game.
I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments, and we'll explain anything that maybe wasn't clear or anything that you have questions on. Stay tuned for the next video where we will explain the advanced version of the game, which is explained on the back of the rule sheet, where you'll be playing more cards during each turn. So stay tuned for that video, and thanks so much for watching. Bye!